The Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, died earlier today at the age of 76 of pancreatic cancer. The legendary singer, truly an American icon, is considered one of the transformative artists of the 20th century. Her incomparable voice, heard on a seemingly endless string of classic hits such as Respect, Chain of Fools, Natural Woman, and many, many more, helped anchor the soundtrack to a whole generation. Tonight, her fans around the world mourn her death, but they also celebrate the powerful music that is her legacy. And joining us now to talk about that legacy is music journalist, author, and Sirius XM radio host, Alan Light. Alan, welcome.
Thank you.
You know, Alan, we all knew this was coming.
Right.
But it feels surprisingly sad. It's surprisingly shocking, right?
Well, it's I don't know how you say it. It's not surprising, but it's shocking, right? I mean, all week we've known she's been in hospice care. We've been waiting for this news. It's not unexpected, and yet it still hits you in such a powerful way when you realize that a giant like this really is gone.
Right. But tell us why. I mean, you know, these giants had died before.
Yeah, I think that with these kinds of musicians in particular, these kinds of icons, I think that we're used to, we know how to process the sort of rock and roll deaths, the plane crashes, the overdoses, the sort of sudden lightning bolt out of nowhere. We've been through that. I think we're still learning how to grieve when these figures that we've grown up with, that we've listened to and loved our whole lives, they get older and they get sick and they pass away the way that most of us will happen.
Yeah, that's a new experience.
Yeah, I think we're still learning how to do that.
You're right. You know, I never heard her perform live, but you did. In fact, you did one of her, recently you did.
Yeah, I saw her sing as recently as last spring. I guess, you know, one of the last half a dozen shows or so that she played. And the later years, the shows could be hit or miss. I mean, she's been battling health issues a long time. She canceled a lot of shows. She didn't show up for a lot of shows, but I saw her at a theater in Poughkeepsie, a benefit last spring, and she was absolutely magnificent. Not just the power of the voice and, you know, the things that we know, the sort of belting side, but the fact that she was still able to deliver this really nuanced and subtle and these, you know, profound interpretations of these songs. The fact that at 75 years old, she was still able to go as deep into this material was just so remarkable to me. I'm, you know, so fortunate that I got that.
Yeah. So how would you characterize her impact on American music?
Well, I think that, you know, she really staked out territory for a black female artist of any sort in this country that really was unprecedented. That she really was able to create a sound that was so groundbreaking in maintaining this connection to the gospel background that she had and the church that she grew up in, and able to invest that uncompromising emotion, but do that in pop songs and do that in songs that were, you know, top 40 radio hits.
So how did she do that? I mean, that's an alchemy that eludes many artists.
I think that, you know, I think we do a disservice to so many great singers because we just think they have this superpower.
Right.
They were lucky. They were born with that voice. They were and I wasn't, and, you know, so that's the way it goes. And I think when you look at the body of Aretha Franklin's work, you realize the level of musicianship. She was an extraordinary piano player, songwriter, arranger. I mean, she was the one who really put together what those sounded like. And in fact, the first part of her career, she was signed at 18 years old to Columbia Records, and they really tried to make her sort of a jazz standards, you know, Sinatra kind of a singer. And she made some beautiful records, but nothing that changed the world. You know, she left there, she was signed by Atlantic Records, and they realized, give her lane, you know, let her find the sound, and what she found, what she was able to create with her agency, you know, that she was doing this actively, that was bringing gospel with pop construction, with songs that had hooks and that people could know, you know, could hum and sing, and able to deliver these songs that just became anthemic and universal and beloved by everybody.
Universal is
Absolutely.
the word, right. You know, she came to fame in the 60s during the upheaval of the 60s. What was her role? in the civil rights movement, and how did she see that?
You know, I think that there's two levels to her meaning to the civil rights movement and to history. On the one hand, she was active. She played benefits. She raised money for bond, you know, to free people who were protesters who were jailed. She sang at Dr. King's funeral. You know, she was very hands-on involved in a lot of things about the movement. But in a way even bigger than that was the way that these songs, like Respect and Think, were, you know, gave the voice, gave the meaning and the sort of sense of common purpose and vision. You know, they really were a soundtrack to that moment, not just because they were popular, but because they were articulating and expressing these ideas that were at the foundation of what people were fighting for.
We have less than 30 seconds. What's your favorite Aretha Franklin song?
Aside from the obvious, the song called Call Me, that was a hit that is just so beautiful. There's almost no song there. It's almost a wisp that just would disappear if it wasn't so invested with her interpretation. I could listen to that song every day.
Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Raphael.
Talk about Aretha.